Alright, pump it twice and give it a try. Alright, I just want to talk about a couple of myths about carburetors that are out there. And I'm not talking about people who see me in my Plymouth Duster and say, hey, does that Mustang have a boss in it? You know, something that they heard their uncle say one time or something. I'm talking about car guys who know cars, actually maybe even build their own motors and been around cars a long time. And one of the myths is the CFMs on a carburetor. And this is all over the internet, but the consensus is you know, too big of a carb for your engine. And here's the problem with that is when people start saying, well, you can't put that big of a carb on this, that 750 double pumper, you're just going to cram all kinds of air and fuel in there and you're just going to drown your engine. All right. Myth number one, this carburetor is not a supercharger. It is not a pro charger. It's not forced induction. Okay? It only draws in what the engine pulls in it. So, it strictly works off the vacuum of your motor pulling through the cylinders is what is pulling in this. All right? The only thing that this initially shoots into the engine is your accelerator pumps. And you floor it, your initial shot goes in there, and after that, it only flows exactly what the engine will pull. So if you have an engine that only flow 480 CFMs and you put a 750 CFM on there, this carburetor went from a 750 down to 480 because that's all it's going to pull. It isn't going to pull any more than what the engine will allow it to. Okay? You kind of look at these, I can think of them as restrictor plates, is what they really are. Okay, how big is too big? And I had this conversation quite a bit with a lot of people, and let me just say this. Okay, this right here is virtually, it's a stock 360 replacement motor like you'd have in a maxi van. I had at one point 245 gears in the back. It's got a stock torque converter, and I had stock manifolds on it at this time. Okay, my best ET slip was with a 750 double pumper, not the 600 Edelbrock, not the 650 vacuum secondary, not the other carbs I brought with. And I'm the same tuner for all these cars. I've been messing with this stuff for well over 30 years, and I'm telling you, this provided the best ET slip, mile per hour, and 60 foot time. All right, now all I have done is added headers and 294 gears, and this still performs the best. I've tried vacuum secondaries, everything, and I kind of know this going into it, but I still give the car a chance to decide. Here's the thing with it. Okay, is this carburetor too much CFMs? Am I using all 750 CFMs? Probably not using all that CFMs that this carb is able to flow, but it is providing the engine everything that the engine can flow. The second myth is gas mileage. Double pumper are not for gas mileage. Put a vacuum secondary on there. Okay, that's a myth. Here's the truth of the matter. The front barrels is all you use when you're driving around. In fact, the back barrels don't even begin to come open until you got your throttle a little over halfway open. And just driving around on the street, getting around in traffic, even passing another car, you're not going to use anywhere near the amount of gas it takes to open up these back barrels. So technically the front of this is like a vacuum secondary. The only time the double pumper makes a difference is if you floor it, you get your mechanical secondaries open now with a shot of fill. All right? So really, that's another myth, is that double pumpers aren't as good on gas as vacuum secondary. It's another myth that's out there that people just keep requoting and requoting and requoting, and without any truth to it. Okay, what I'm doing here is most people are going to think this thing is running pig rich, right? Now, if you want to know what I got for jets, I think I got 72, if I remember correctly. I do so much carb work. The 72s in the front and 80s in the back. All right. So, and then I got a 10.5. That's a whole complete thing on tuning a Holly. Okay. I don't even want to go there right now. I'll get this plug out and I'll show you what the plug looks like. Let's see what we got here. How's that for color? Yeah. For you plug readers, look at it. Okay? Remember, when you give it gas, that's a mechanical shot of gas in there. It squirts the gas in there, it's mechanically. But the air being pulled in is by vacuum. And this is where people get confused. You have to tune the pump shot according to the air that's being pulled into the engine, which is done by vacuum. Once you get it going and you're past the accelerator pump, once you got that tuned, once it's open, it's going to flow exactly all what the engine can pull into it. No more. So forget the cramming, forget the forced induction, forget needing a boost gauge. I went to an 850 dome pumper, man. I'm gonna hook up a boost gauge to it. See what I'm running 4 pounds of boost. It's cramming so much in there. Don't work that way, guys. All right, until next time.